Colleagues, a standing order as mentioned this morning. We have our Birmingham bin worker strikers here with us. Colleagues, it's my great pleasure to introduce Danny Taylor.
Good morning, comrades. My name is Danny Taylor and I'm here with two work reps and two work colleagues from Lifford Lane. I've proudly worked as a bin worker in Birmingham for 25 years. I'm also a proud member of the Unite branch in the West Midlands. I became a union rep at Lifford Lane last November, and since then, me and my colleagues have been out on strike for 6 months. Before I begin properly, I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to Sharon Graham. When the news broke yesterday, she didn't hesitate. She was there ready to meet us the moment we arrived at the conference. That's real leadership, standing with the workers. We had barely stepped off the train in Brighton when Birmingham City Council dropped their 45-day consultation notice for fire and rehire of our Grade 4 drivers. Make no mistake, this wasn't bad timing. This was a calculated move. They knew we were away at the conference and they saw it as their perfect moment to try and slip this through. But what they actually did was pour petrol on an already burning fire. Our members were rightly angry and deeply concerned. Many first heard the news through Birmingham Live, and the comments, frankly, they were heartbreaking. Working class people being pitted against each other, saying things like, there are plenty of people that do the job for less, accept the pay cut or get sacked. This is what a race to the bottom looks like, and the saddest part, these comments are likely coming from people who are struggling too. People who have been told there's no alternative but to fight over the scraps. While we say enough is enough, we don't lift workers up by dragging others down. We lift each other up by standing together, shoulder to shoulder, and demanding better pay from those in power. What Birmingham City Council is doing is not just reckless, it's shameful. It's an attack on job security, on dignity, and on fairness. So we've currently been out for 6 months, like I previously just said, and our latest ballot returned 97% vote in favour of further action on a 75% turnout. And that alone shows the strength of feeling among us. We're not backing down, we're standing tall. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak, not just about what's happening to the bin workers in Birmingham, but about a fight that affects every council worker here and possibly across the country. Birmingham City Council calls it modernisation, but let's be clear what it really is. A cover for cuts, austerity by another name. They want to slash our pay by up to £10,000, scrap safety critical roles and force fewer workers to do more for less. That's not progress, it's punishment. It's a full-scale attack on frontline workers. Back in 2017, we stood our ground and won a High Court order that was supposed to guarantee no further cuts to our pay or jobs. That promise has now been broken. The very workers who kept Birmingham running through the pandemic are now being discarded like rubbish. While others work from home, we were on the streets, risking our lives to keep the city clean and safe. And how are we repaid? With lies, betrayal and cuts. They offered us false choices, voluntary redundancies and downgrades, hollow training promises that led to lower pay, not higher. I passed my HGV training expecting progress. 2 weeks later, I was told I'd be downgraded to a grade 3. That's not reform, that's a con. When we pushed back, they retaliated. They brought in agency staff illegally, spent £11,000 a day on police and private security, and installed CCTV to spy on picket lines, not to protect the public, but to intimidate us. When 26,000 tonnes of waste piled up across the city, suddenly they wanted to talk, but the second the pressure eased, they disappeared again. That's not negotiation, it's manipulation. This isn't just mismanagement, it's a class warfare, and Birmingham is the test case for a nationwide race to the bottom. If they get away with this here, other councils will follow. We are the dam holding back the flood, and if we break, every worker in local government will feel the impact. They say there's no money for us, but there's always money for Tory-appointed commissioners on up to £2,000 a day, like Max Calla. Private contractors, agency firms, £11,000 a day on policing operations, and management pay rises of up to 5.7%. Meanwhile, we're offered a measly 3.2% pay rise, which in real terms is a pay cut. The truth is, there is no red line for management spending, only for workers' rights. And where is Council Leader John Cotton in all of this? Hiding behind spokespeople, hiding behind commissioners. He finally admitted after 6 months that workers would lose money after months of denial. That's not leadership, that's cowardice. And if he can't be honest with us or the people of Birmingham, then he has no business leading the council. And Labour, Angela Rayner visited Birmingham, but instead of visiting the picket lines, she met with scab agency strike breakers and congratulated them on a job well done. That's not solidarity, that's betrayal. And now they've taken us to the High Court to ban our strike because we're starting to make a difference. But that only proves that what we've always known, our strength is in our unity. That's why they're trying to divide us, because they're scared of what we can do when we all stand together. They've issued intimidating VR letters, tried to bully our drivers out and fed us fake deadlines, but we see through it. This isn't just a dispute over the bins, it's a battle for the soul of the public services. So let me be clear, we're not against change. We are against a future where frontline workers are punished for doing their jobs, while other people at the top fail upwards. To every union, every support across the UK, to unite the union for its strong and continued support, to its organisers, to unite for workers' economy and to ONA, to the FBU who refused to cross the lines, and to every single person who stood with us from right across the movement, solidarity. Your solidarity keeps us going, and most of all, thank you, Sharon, for the unwavering support and resources I know the union has backed, and we won't back down until we win. Thanks again, Sharon. This fight isn't just about Birmingham, it's about every council worker who's being told to accept less while bosses take more. So here's our message loud and clear. We will not back down, we will not be broken, we will stand united and we will win, because a win for us is a win for every single worker in this country. Solidarity.
Colleagues, what I want to say. Colleagues, what I want to say is that's real union power right there. I want us to share in that union power right now. Colleagues, when I say union, I want you at the top of your voice to shout power. Union! Power! Union! Power! Union! Power!